going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky, I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
Oh, what's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are all having a great day and hope you guys have a great evening. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. You guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. I've got some good ones. Now, Tuesdays and Thursdays have been the best days for court content. They really have been. And today was not a disappointment. Got a bunch of stuff from today that, probably fill up the rest of my week. Yeah. All right, but before we get into it, let's take a word from our sponsor.
Correct. Yep. Jump in there. Yep. Hit the that like button. Watching too many YouTube videos. Hit that like button and subscribe. Like watching the YouTube videos. The shows, good programming. Cooling with Colin, that's always fun.
You heard him. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Judge Slavin. I appreciate it. Yeah, always good programming over here on the live tube of Cooling with Colin. That was awesome. Also, just for a little bonus clip, I wasn't going to make a video out of this because it's not good news. But Eric Martin, one of the more favored sovereign citizens, has been hanging around Taylor for a little bit, and he was in court today. I want to play the rest of this clip, and you're going to see why it's not good news. But before I hit this play button, you heard Judge Slavin. Hit the like, subscribe, do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Mr. Martin, is in.
He's checked. It's all right.
What do you get?
Jay, there's a point later, I'll call it out, right at the end of this clip where he texts me, and I'll let you know when it is, but it was funny. But I'll call it out.
Okay,
Our twat. Oh man, I have not prepared. I'm not prepared for that. I have not worked on the animations yet. It's coming along, but okay. All right. Hold on. Twat waffles assembled. Here we go. I need. Okay, this is gonna be really loud. I need to fade in the music because it comes out really big. But Twat waffles assembled has their own theme song now. Here we go. All right, Twat waffles assembled. All right, let's go back. I will fix that. I will work on the animation. I'll have it set up.
Well,
Mr. Martin.
yeah.
Hang on a second. I got your. You already checked in once, right? Did you get kicked out?
I was talking about that was. I talked to a female. I guess she's the court clerk.
Okay, so when I'm just, this is Judge Slavin. I'm just asking, Did you get kicked out? I just want to make sure.
No, I was just messing with my phone a little bit just a second ago, just switching around to see if, trying to get it back like right now where I see it, all these different little tiny screens. I was trying to get it back on this, which I did now. So that's all I did. I went out for a second myself since they're on anyways at the time.
Well, all right, so hang on. So I'm gonna put you in the, you were in the House Counsel. Did you speak with House Counsel yet?
No, he hasn't. Your Honor, I have his file. I haven't talked to him yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you in House Counsel 1. Your attorney will be in a moment. Go ahead, go ahead and join that House Counsel 1.
Yeah, I was muted. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. You're trying to be politically correct. You don't want to call someone a woman. What if they don't identify as a woman? Now you can't call them a female either. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, I don't like the term ma'am or lady. Well, ladies, yeah, sometimes okay. I don't know. There's a lot of terms that I don't like calling women, but yeah, in that, like, I talked to, okay, just say you didn't know her name. You don't know her name. Allie, I'm going to ask you specifically. You don't know her name. What would you think? What would be the best thing he could say? I don't remember her name, but I talked to this lady. Is lady the preferred thing now? I don't know.
All right. Mr. Hernandez, you had and thank you for your services today. This is People versus. All right, so let me bring in.
Oh, Ed. Ed, is really good to see you, but you're going to get me in trouble. You will get me in trouble. All right, so this is Eric Martin. For anyone that's joining late, Eric Martin was in Judge Slavin's court today, and this is what happened. And I'm sorry to say. Okay, not going to spoil it.
These two matters. People versus Martin.
Robert Coots on behalf of Mr. Martin, Your Honor.
I see that there is a witnesses have failed to appear and there's a motion to dismiss.
That is correct, Your Honor.
I'm going to grant the motion. Mr. Martin, case is dismissed.
Thank you.
And our fan.
All right, you hear that? And our fans. He picked up his phone and he texted me. Weird. Eric Martin has an attorney for the first time in his life. Agreed to have an attorney. Actually, I'm not going to say first time in his life. Got dismissed. It got dismissed. I don't know if that's all of his cases in Taylor, but really weird, right? He accepts the help of an attorney and his cases get dismissed. Told you I didn't want to spoil it. All right, now let's go back to our regular scheduled program. Where were we? Back up here.
Langston.
All right, that was just a little fun intro. Hope you guys are all doing well. I've already hit the like and subscribe. So, before we get started, Kelly, thank you so much. Member for 4 months. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Thank you. All right. I think that's all I think we're caught up. Let's go.
Thank you, Ted.
Oh, it looks like we have Mr. Atwood and Mr. Garcia, 2 cases here. Well, his name starts with an A, and that's at the beginning of the alphabet. That's good. Good way to start.
No problem. Then on Mr. Atwood's.
Hold on. 23 CR 644 is called You are Eric Serafian Atwood.
Yes.
And Mr. Adams is here representing you, and you probably are intimately familiar with the fact that you were charged with the 3rd-degree felony of evading arrest or detention with a motor vehicle, which, as the lady before, carries with it up to 10 years in prison. So these are serious kinds of things that need to be worked out. And a deliberate fashion. So it's an announcement. What do you want to do today?
Just, I gave him the probable cause affidavit with the police report, the indictment. I also gave him an offer of 4 years. He maintains that he was not driving that car, that they got the wrong person, that it was not him. He had nothing to do with this case and it's just misidentified. So I told him at that point, when it wasn't him. Right, when you told me that wasn't you.
That's a bold strategy. That is a bold strategy. It wasn't me. It wasn't me that got arrested and put in handcuffs and taken to jail. I promise, Your Honor, it was not me. this case is funny. It's funny. But I love the defense. It just flat out wasn't me. You're gonna hear the details here in a second. Jedi, member for 4 months. Thank you so much, Jedi. I appreciate it. You're awesome. And Sly, thank you so much, member for a month. I appreciate that. And of course, Spade, formerly known as Kayla. Thank you so much for the $2. And no, have not missed anything yet. Not yet. That comes later in the stream where I start fading out because I've watched court all day. But not yet. Not yet. I'm still totally with it.
Yeah, but anybody have a probable cause affidavit?
I got it
I
right
don't
now.
have.
I can show it to you. I gave him a copy of it and he said that they got the wrong person and it wasn't him. He was never driving that car. He was not there. Nothing.
Whose vehicle was it?
Who's be? Don't make me lie to you, Judge. I don't.
Is that what
It's
you
gonna
do?
be in the. I don't want to give you bad information, but he's saying that he didn't drive.
No, I'm just curious, who owns the vehicle? No, that's all I'm asking. And that's looks like a white Mitsubishi SUV, John X-ray Victor 197.
Was that your car? He's saying that doing his car?
No.
So.
Well, we know, records will show whose it is. I mean, all cars have an owner. And sometimes they have several.
But I did give him the call, the offer and the PC, and then like he has, he maintains that they got the wrong person, that wasn't him. Am I right there, what you talking?
Okay, I'm looking at this, and this isn't the time to deal with it, but they arrested the driver of the vehicle and brought them down to the station. I mean, is it your contention that that's not the defendant that was arrested?
I don't remember that stuff.
Yeah, okay, I see. You don't remember. Okay, well, so we'll set it for trial.
Right, he
Right.
said he'll release me and put it up with a,
Why are you appointed? Why are
I
you?
thought you want to release me for?
I didn't say anything like that.
I'm appointed.
Are you employed somewhere?
No, sir, not.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
I got relief from my doctor.
Because you're a lot younger than me.
Yes.
Well, okay. What's preventing you from being employed, and when were you employed last, and what did you do?
When you say last time I was employed, I'm going on me up here.
When was that?
It was 2023.
Last year?
Yes. You never.
So the this 2238 Angelina Street, is that your address?
No.
Okay, that's what it shows on the indictment. I need to know that. What is it?
What's your address? You got
2385.
Say it again.
2385.
Bourbon, like Bourbon Street, New Orleans.
Just 23?
2385 Bourbon Street.
2385. New Orleans?
That's Beaumont, Texas, sir.
There's one in Bourbon. There's one in New Orleans. And your zip code is what?
77705.
And how long?
About 40 years.
Oh, okay. You own that home?
No, sir, it was my yeah.
Okay. He needs to.
Yeah, I just realized that. I was reading chat and I wasn't listening. I missed it. I really did. And when I saw this earlier, I remember I put a mental note that it happened during this clip and I forgot. So I am really terribly sorry. Nobody do anything dumb, please. Please don't do anything dumb. I didn't. I'm gonna put that in my clip tomorrow. My video tonight was already running over an hour, so I didn't want to put that one in. I generally stop at an hour, so an hour of video generally turns into about an hour and a half long live. I didn't want to put another clip in, but I'll definitely put that in tomorrow, and I'll give you a lovely shout out, Bob. Bob, 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 Bob.
Have you lived here in Jefferson County your whole life?
Unless
Where did you live before you came here to Jefferson County?
we stay in San Antonio.
Sir?
That's on the.
Where you got New Braunfels.
The Braunfels?
Yes.
So when did you come to Beaumont?
I don't remember. I think after my grandmother passed in 2012.
Yeah.
That's when
About 10 years ago?
yes, sir. I ended up moving out.
Okay. So we need to fill that out. If you or if I declare you indigent, an attorney will be appointed to represent you. What is the inability to work? What is it physically you unable to do?
I mean, I didn't say I'm not able to work.
Oh, you can work?
Yes,
You're not physically disabled.
No, so I've been working on my life work since 12. So if I got, I say I got injured. I got an accident.
Well, what did you do for a living?
So I did on me up.
Okay, so what have you tried to do since you got injured? I mean, you're standing up and you're obviously able to walk about. What do you do?
I mean, what do I do?
Yeah, do you have a job?
I don't do anything right now.
Why not?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, I know, but why not?
I'm just
Why aren't you
saying.
looking for something to do? To, so that the taxpayers don't have to pay for this.
It's no problem. I can go find me a job. That's no problem.
Well, that's what independence is all about, isn't it? I mean, well, if you're able to work, I expect you to at least pay the attorney's fees back.
It's no problem.
Okay.
No worries at all, Cha. You were missed, which is fair because you're always missed when you're not here. But you got to do you first, right? All right, let me catch up real quick. Jay Fire, please miss something on purpose, and I actually intentionally didn't call you out for a little bit. 8:11 is when you sent that. It's been 8 minutes. Okay, that's not long enough to intentionally miss something. But thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Thank you, Jay Fire. Cha da. Thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. I appreciate it, Cha and Carrie. How sorry I'm guessing that means you. How sorry are you? No, I'm actually really afraid. I'm probably not going to monetize this stream just because of that. Not going to lie. Because that's really bad. That's really bad that I missed that. And I feel terrible. But if I don't monetize it, that means it won't go out to the masses. And hopefully I won't get in trouble from YouTube. That's what I'm going to bank on. But all right, let's keep going. But yeah, thank you so much, Carrie, for the $5 super chat.
All right. Yeah. When did you, I had this feeling you started working when you were young, right?
Yes,
How old?
because I was 12.
12.
Yes, sir.
I've been working since 16. 16 and ever since then. And it's just when you start like that early, you're motivated. That's what you do.
Right.
Well, you need to find something. You look like you're physically able to do some things, if not carry people on healthcare basis, but still find something to do so that we can get this expense paid back so the taxpayers don't pay for what happened. All right. Now, Mr. Adams is a fine lawyer, and he's a good trial lawyer. You can keep him if that's what you wish. It would probably go to trial quicker if you agreed to release him because of the way the system works, but nonetheless, I don't see this one as being a real long trial. I don't think we're talking about a lot of witnesses from the state, probably. So this is going to get shuffled through into the mix pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, and since he's saying he wasn't there and they got the wrong person, I mean, if he wasn't there, I mean,
It's a mystery. Well, I want to see how this plays out myself.
yeah, I mean, if he
So,
wasn't-
so you would just keep him?
You want to keep me or you want to? Okay.
All right, I'll set it for trial. Okay. Thank you. Get a reset.
I
Thank you.
get a reset.
Raphael Garcia.
All right. That was the first clip. Is next one? I think the next one is the new court that I've been watching, and she gets a lot of interesting cases. But we have a special guest in the crowd right now, and someone who also has their own theme music now. Again, animation coming, but Skiz Rock, this is for you. There you go, buddy. There you go. I promise you theme music, and I came prepared. I was waiting for you to pop up, but yeah, I got to put something on the screen. It's boring when it's just black, but I got to do something. Same with the twat waffles. But all right, next case. Let's go.
Let me get Miss Emmett and Miss Diaz. Paul D or Mr. Diaz. Paul Diaz on this podium. On this podium right here. Give me 1 minute, Mr. Diaz. I'm going to go ahead and let council give me some general information, and then I'll let you respond, okay? All right, council, go ahead and get it started. What is the monthly rent?
The monthly rent is $1,050.
Okay.
But there's holdover rent of $2,100. This lease expired on February 29th of 2024.
February 29th.
So then
Okay, well, hold on. What is just the monthly rent? 1050?
1,050.
Okay, what is the total amount that you're asking for in back rent?
Total amount that we're asking for in back rent is $6,300.
Okay, now break that down for me. I know you said
It's,
2,100 is for holdover.
Yes, the February rent is 1,050. Then we have March, April, and May rent of 2,100 apiece. That comes out to $6,300 total rent.
Okay, and Mr. Diaz never submitted anything of him moving out, returning the keys, anything like that.
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Diaz, go ahead.
I have a lease. I moved out in March of this past year. I have my lease right here, and on my CPS bill, I didn't move in on the 28th of February. It was like mid-March of last year, and the actual addresses on my CPS bill and on the lease, they're not the same. They don't jive together. So I wanted to show you that I've been out there since March. I've been having another apartment, so I've already been paying rent the other
I
apartment. so
understand, but when you moved out, did you let them know you moved
no,
out?
She was never there. She had hip surgery, so that was the time that I moved out.
Okay. So if they don't know that you moved out, then you are responsible for the rent if you still have the keys.
No, I don't have the keys.
Okay, so you have the keys,
Yes,
correct?
They're there.
Okay, I understand, but since they have never been returned properly, as stated in your lease, you are responsible for the holdover.
But if the lease does have the wrong address, then I don't, isn't it, as an a technicality as far as the address being different than on my CPS bill?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because it's not the
So let
same.
me see your lease real
Yeah.
quick. Do you know what he's talking about as far as the
Yeah.
address? Did you put
She does.
the address wrong?
The address is wrong. So this,
Stop.
no, I'm saying myself, I'm talking to myself, sir. Yes, sir. I have my lease I signed. Yeah.
Go ahead, let me know what's going on.
Ma'am, the property is one of those old fashioned
I have a
properties
lease.
outside. And so the front of the property has an address on Adams Street. And then this is the garage apartment, which faces onto the back street, which is Wicks, WICKES. So, the CPS has never, there are two accounts for the property as a whole. 303 Adams #1 is my house.
And there's my
where I live.
CPS bill.
And then 303 Adams #2, according to CPS, is the garage apartment.
Which is where he's at.
Yes, and both of those meters are on the side of the house where it's close, but the apartment can come and go from the back. And
So
it-
what is 203 Wicks?
302.
Oh,
Wick.
302.
202, right. 302 Wick is the back address. That's the back street,
So,
physical address.
okay, so
You know, I played my first clip from her a night or two ago, and I said that I would try to figure out where this is. I still don't. I didn't look. As I said it last time, her court channel literally is just called Court. That's it. So I have no idea where this is. Someone could probably look in at that seal behind her and figure out what state she's in, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, while I'm paused, let's get caught up. Love it. Your theme song. Yeah, I gotta put something on the black screen, and once there's something there, I'll actually let it play out because it's a 30-second clip of it, and it gets really good at the end. But because it's just black, I don't want to, bore everybody. Vic, thank you so much. I just paid the tardy fine. I plead guilty. Well, thank you so much for your super chat, Vic. I appreciate it. And Jay, skiz. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jay. All right, let's keep going. All right, cool. The flag is Texas or Ohio. Yeah. You know what? You're right.
302 Wicks, is that where Mr. Diaz is staying at?
Yes,
Okay.
and he's there every day.
Okay, so why is it 302 Wicks on the lease
Because,
and then a PO box on the CPS?
well, that's his mailing address according to
On
CPS.
the bill itself, it
Oh,
says.
yeah, I got it. 303. Okay, so I'm guessing the house is on a corner and it goes 3. Okay, all right. All right, Mr. Diaz, as you're well aware, it's an L Street. You are well aware of this at the whole time. You never had an issue with it before. And then it says a tenant agrees to and shall pay landlord at 303 Adams Street. It says it right here on your,
But I didn't move in till March, man.
Okay.
So that lease is wrong. I didn't move in February. I moved in March. My CPS bill states that.
Okay.
So that lease is okay. At least it should be thrown out. It's not even current. I didn't move in
all
February.
right, so we will take February out. I see where the lease begins in March. Okay, so it's from March to March,
Yes.
or March, April, and May.
Well, that's when I moved to the other place.
Yeah, it is, but it's still red, white, and blue, right? I know it's that weird shape, but it's been a while since I've seen the Ohio flag. I'm not gonna lie. I've lived here all my life, and I'm blanking on what it looks like besides the weird shape. But it's still red, white, and blue. Man, okay, I'm looking this up because I feel like I might be wrong now. But yeah, it doesn't look like Ohio's. I've never seen an Ohio flag like actually like on a flag post like that. Maybe I should go to some Ohio courts.
Just that there's an ongoing,
So you're stating that you stayed there a month.
well, there's an ongoing investigation on Mrs. Emmett, so I haven't really been staying there, so just to make sure she doesn't go and tamper with the evidence that the vice squad had. And I have the vice squad, police station, police report, that's all they'll get from you, but a particular vice squad is investigating, because they had hidden cameras in the apartment, so that was one of the reasons why I left without even, trying to get a hold of her, because she was getting hip surgery and she wasn't available, she really wasn't, so, and that's why I didn't want to stay there, because of that, those hidden cameras that the vice squad found. Okay.
So, Mr. Diaz, I understand you may have an ongoing investigation, and that is your right, and I have no idea where that's going, but it is not in this court. At this point, you signed a contract to pay rent. Okay, you
Yes.
got locked into a contract right here to pay rent.
But March, I moved in March, not February.
Okay, and I said I was gonna take February off, so we've already established that.
Yes, I just
Okay,
saying.
so we're now in March, April, and May.
I'm not living there, man.
Okay, but you didn't notify them that you,
I
show me
did.
proof that you.
I did, she has an email, that's where I went to go see if it was there.
Mr. Diaz,
Those are fighting words, Allie. Those are fighting words. Tisk, 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 Allie. You know I'm from there, and I live here. So tisk, 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 tisk. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't think we're a real state, and I've been here for 39 years. 39 out of my 40 years I've lived here. So yeah, I mean it's a giant cornfield that has a couple cities in it. And some awesome football teams. Well, football team. Yeah. Bengals. That's all you need to know. Browns, Buckeyes, You see Bearcats, that's a real football team. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Let's go.
I need you to stop and listen to me. I need you to give me a letter or something stating that you notified her that you moved out.
Can we reset this date, or I can bring that with me?
Okay, I've already started trial.
Because on the 7th of last week, I was here with all my stuff, but it got reset and I was prepared.
Okay, so why didn't you bring the same stuff you
Because
brought in
I
on the
came in a
7th?
different car, because my car is in, it actually.
We've already started trial, Mr.
Okay.
Diaz. At this point, the
That's what-
reset should have been asked for way before. We've already in the middle of a trial. All right, so Miss Emmett, did Mr. Diaz send you any email, any form of communication that, hey, I'm leaving, I'm not staying here anymore?
I wrote it down.
No, ma'am, I thought as far as I know, he was there this morning.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with Cincinnati. Nothing to do with Cincinnati. Yeah. So actually, isn't it the Browns moved to Baltimore overnight? That's what happened. It wasn't the other way around. Baltimore didn't move to Cleveland and didn't move to Cincinnati. No, the Cincinnati Bengals came from the same owner as the Cleveland Browns, which is why it's called Paul Brown Stadium. And that's where the Cleveland Browns got their name from, but it has nothing to do with Baltimore. No, Baltimore moved to Indianapolis, right? Or vice versa? Isn't that what happened? I don't know. I'm trying to remember the history, but Baltimore has nothing to do with Cincinnati getting a football team.
As far as I know, he lives there, but I don't really keep tabs on him.
Okay, but I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, did Mr. Diaz say, hey, Miss Emmett, I am moving out, your keys are here, bye?
No, ma'am, he never gave me notice, and he still has stuff there.
So, Mr. Diaz, do you still have stuff there?
The reason it's hard to get it out is because the way I do. It's just so
Okay,
hard to get my stuff
Mr. Diaz,
out.
you're giving roundabout circles
Yes,
answers
but I'm
all the
letting you
time.
know that
You
it's-
moved
I don't
out.
want to be around the stadium, ma'am. You don't understand what she's done to me since I've been living there.
Okay,
You don't understand.
I understand.
It's
And
been hell.
are you done?
You need to keep your comments to yourself.
Mr. Diaz, I've asked you if you moved out. You said yes. Then you're like, well, maybe I did, but I still have some of my stuff there. It doesn't work like that.
I don't have stuff inside. Outside is a dolly there, man. That's it. That's all it is.
So you have one dolly there, that's
Outside,
it.
a dolly and a little shelf there. That's it. That's all it's there.
Miss Emmett, does he just have a dolly and a shelf
Outside.
there, or does he have more stuff there?
That's all it's there.
On the back, there's a pile of pots and pans that's been there for
No.
a year, and an ice chest. I don't go into his apartment, so I don't have any idea what's in mine.
all my stuff. It's already. That's my new apartment. I've had it since March. All my stuff's in my apartment. Yeah. It's not a question at all.
Your Honor, we might approach the court and give you a photo of what is still on the porch as of today. This is the porch, the garage apartment porch. And just to get a perspective,
You wanna let Mr. Diaz see this?
yes, of course.
What porch is it talking about? Is it the balcony that I never used?
This is the garage apartment.
Oh, that's on top of the balcony. That's not even, that's trash. It's been out there since like 2010.
And if it,
That's not my stuff. That's on the balcony on top. It's not a porch.
if I might
It's a
have a
balcony.
few words.
Mr. Diaz, that's enough.
That is incorrect. I know for a fact that the Knicks play in New York City, which is in New York. Ha! You didn't say football. Got you beat. There's a lot of teams that are called New York that play in New York. You gotta, fun fact yourself a little bit more clear on your state. I'm just kidding. I'm just being an ass. All right, let's go.
Mr. Diaz talks about the lease beginning on March 1st, and it is attached, and if I might approach Your Honor, it does say the lease begins on March 1st.
Okay.
So I'm a little confused why that would matter. That's what the parties agreed to. The lease wouldn't become effective until March 1st. He paid the rent up until February 1st of this year. He stopped paying the rent. We have communications from him, if you want to see them, Your Honor, saying I promised to give you the rent. He never gave the rent. So we have calculated the rent as of February, March, April, May.
Yeah, actually that makes sense. At the beginning of her dockets, she says something along the lines of, I think she says JP, so that makes sense. Like this is a JP court, so everything this is a JP court. It's a no record court. We're on YouTube, but we delete at the end of every stream. Because we allow Zoom guests, so we have to have it open to the public. So I feel like that's what she says at the start of every stream. So that makes sense for the justice of peace, because I think she says JP. All right, I think we narrowed it down. Thank you so much, Spade. It's weird calling you Spade now, but I'll get used to it.
This year, not of
This year still due.
2024.
He's still there. Miss Emmett is a little afraid to go back there, but he shows up every day. He's still there, and he still has pots and pans there, and she's not going to go over there and try to figure out how much furniture she has.
Okay, so counsel, show me in here where the holdover is $2,100.
It's yes, Your Honor. It is paragraph 18. If you look at the very last line, it says holdover rent twice the amount of the base rent.
Okay.
Your Honor, I would also like to put on evidence of.
No. Fuck that. It is not a shameless plug. We shout out birthdays around here. Happy birthday, Aaron. Happy birthday. Hold on. I only read the first sentence, so I probably should have read the rest before I popped it up. Winding down for the evening. Thank you for hanging out, Colin, and everyone. Always appreciate it any day. Aaron, happy birthday. No, happy birthday, Aaron. And I'm going to stay paused for a second. You know what? I will play Skiz Rock's theme song for you. His entrance music. Hold on. I don't remember which one it is. I might play. You know what? I'll just play. I don't know if this is going to be Skiz's or. Nope, you get Twat Waffles. You get the Twat Waffles. You're an honorary Twat Waffle tonight. I can't make that call, but in my mind, you're an honorary Twat Waffle tonight. Happy birthday, Twat Waffles theme song. Let's go. All right. Happy birthday again. All right. Let's get back to what we're all here for. The chat, right? Not court. We're here for the chat.
Go ahead, Mr. Diaz. Hold on, wait, Miss Counsel. Go ahead, Mr. Diaz.
They broke into my vehicle come early January and they stole a lot of, important stuff for me for my work. So she knew that what had happened as far as my not being able to pay the rent at that time because they stole my credit cards from my company I work for. So they broke my window right in front of her house, So she knows why that was ongoing, why that was happening. Because they broke into my car right in front of her house and stole all my stuff. And they were trying to make hot checks and spend my card as much as they wanted to. So she knows that. That's what happened literally. So that's why I moved out. Because she told me, I said, well, is there any cameras? Or can I put a camera? She tells me like this. Well, you're not gonna be here long anyway. So why would you put a camera? So I'm like, okay. So that's what happened. Somebody broke into my car right by my house and stole all my stuff. So that's why I couldn't pay her. And she knows that too. She's like,
I understand, Mr. Diaz, but
So that's what
unfortunately, stuff happens all the time, but you're still
Yes, but
responsible for the rent.
Well, yes, but that's what happened.
Okay. All right. So right now, Mr. Diaz, we owe you owe February and then March, April, and May. As of right now, we have no record that you have moved out. We have stuff here stating that I understand you showed me your apartment that you have moved somewhere else.
Up there now. It's not my stuff.
Okay. And I understand, Mr. Emmett, but you're bound by a lease and you need to prove that you've have given written notice that they have moved out.
I do have that.
Okay, but you don't have it here with you
Well,
right
it
now.
was, I had it here, but you weren't the judge that was here.
Okay.
Last Tuesday I was here.
Okay.
For a different judge.
Counsel, what is, go ahead and present your attorney.
I have spent 7.45 hours on this case and the paralegal has spent 0.5 hours for total fees of $3,442.50. It's not the standard eviction suit. There's a long history of complaints that had to be investigated. So a reasonable fee based on $4.50 an hour is $3,442.
All right, so after hearing all the evidence, I have made my ruling. Now, Mr. Diaz, is there anything you can do or offer them to become current?
Lucy, you're right. That's my biggest complaint about this court. The actual courtroom is tiny. And as one of my really good commenters said today, with my icon taking up 1/3 of the screen, you can't see anything that's going on. So yeah, my really big icon that's on the side is making the court even smaller. But yeah, the court is tiny, and it's that way every time she does anything on YouTube. It's this way. But that's the only shot of the court we have.
Just so you don't walk out of here with an eviction on your record?
Well, in all due respect, there's a civil case that I filed against her. That's
Okay.
going to come on June 12th, and that would kind of give you a whole wrap up the entire thing what we're trying to talk about.
Okay.
So that's what it is. So June 12th, that's when I have the case against her.
Okay,
'Cause I
but that's
filed-
a civil case.
Yeah, I filed it before she filed it against me. So
Okay.
That's why I had, already left. So.
Okay.
So I don't understand why I don't live there. So I'm there because I'm just preserving evidence because she's a little sneaky when it comes to that. She really is.
Okay.
I would catch her in my apartment without even notifying me and stuff like that. She's pretty.
All right, so judgment is going to be in the amount of $6,300 with attorney fees in the amount of $1,000. Mr. Diaz, you have 5 days to move out or appeal the case, okay?
No, I'm gonna appeal it.
Okay, yes, sir. Here's your paperwork. And then counsel, here's your paperwork. And then judgments will be mailed out. Mr. Diaz, if you want to give the clerk.
Oh, I was muted. Is it actually called Colin County? Because this is now my favorite court on purpose now. Is this court in Colin County? Please tell me yes. Please tell me yes. Jason, I feel like you know a lot more than you let on. So yeah, please tell me it's Colin County.
Your new address, or your PO box or
Well, I
whatever.
gave her, when I moved out, I told your clerk and she just took for me to wait till this day, which I shouldn't have done that because I should have just given it to her the day I told her. Back in March is when I came over to let you know that I did all this stuff.
Yes, I understand, sir, and I know what you're getting at,
Mhm.
but the thing is, you weren't supposed to notify the court that you moved out. By contract, you were
No,
supposed to
yes,
notify
yes,
her.
But I had a lease already to show that I already moved out, so I was like, we're done with her already, So, it just doesn't make sense that I have to keep my own lock, so they're not even her keys, it's my own law that I put because she was going to my apartment illegally. I would catch her.
No, I understand, but what I want you to understand is my ruling is based on the contract that you have to notify them. And I understand you said you
Yes,
did,
I did.
but I don't have the evidence here. So when you appeal it, then
Yes,
you
there
can.
you go.
There you go. Okay.
I got it.
All right. If you want, the city is right there. If you want to have any questions on any resources or anything that the city can help you with, they're right behind you. And then judgments will be mailed out to you.
Your Honor, just 2 points. We would like to get those keys today if Mr. Diaz is able to give them. And secondly, did the appeal bond, will it be for twice the amount of the rent as
Yes, it will
traditional?
be twice the amount. Second of all, I cannot force him to give him the
Of
keys
course.
because he still has 5
Yep.
days to move.
Of course.
So
Thank
after
you.
that, then council, you know what you gotta do.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was like,
All right. I wanted to let that play out before I paused again. Yes. So I think we just became did we just become best friends? Yup. And I want to touch on something Thorina just said. This is a funny joke that, I don't share a lot about my personal life online anymore, especially as I've started to get bigger. A lot of you don't know a lot of the stories I used to tell when I just started out, but I had a good friend in high school. So back in the 90s, when we actually had answer machines for the house, and every time I would call his house, all right, did I say his name was Colin? As a good friend named Colin. So we shared a name, and my voicemail every single time I got his voicemail was, "This is Colin, call Colin." I thought it was hilarious. He did not, but now Jason lives in Collin County. I can add that. This is Colin from Colin. No, I got to figure out how to do that. Colin from Colin, call Colin. No, this is Colin from Colin, call Colin. Yes. I'm having way too much fun over here. We're having a great night. All right, let's go to the next clip. Don't even remember where we're going. Different court though. Where are we going? Is this? Yep. Magistrate Braley. This woman is just kind of upset for no reason. But no, not for no reason. You know what? I'm gonna save I gotta stop spoiling things for everybody. I feel like she has an attitude, but she has an attitude for the right reason. But I feel like it's gonna end in the same result. But she does a smart thing. I feel like she comes off just she just comes off kind of like she has an attitude. I guess I'll just stay with that. All right, let's go.
Okay, Ms. Harris, you are muted.
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Now calling case numbers 17W011047, as well as 22W004735A and B. These are the Township of Ypsilanti versus Edwina Patrice Harris Freeman. Can you appearances for the record, please?
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
First Assistant Public Defender Kalina Anderson with it on behalf of Ms. Harris. Ms. Harris, can you state your name, please?
Edwina Patrice Harris Freeman.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for a pretrial in the matter ending in 735A. The other two matters were set for show cause today. I am seeing that you have a valid license at this time.
In light of that fact,
Okay,
excuse me, the offer would be, we'll amend, add account 2, the civil infraction impeding traffic. She can admit responsibility to that offense. It's a $180 fine, 0 points. In exchange, I'll dismiss the misdemeanor charge.
People versus
Is that what you want to do, Ms.
Johnson,
Harris?
case 240467.
And welcome to the stream. Judge Slavin just came in. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't have an editor and you try to just make something quickly. Yeah, welcome to my stream.
our lawyer before all this happens, before I just get to telling people like, hey, this is what I want to do and this is what.
All right, I might have fast forwarded too far. Hold on.
Do Ms. Harris?
So I give y'all $180 and that one's erased off my record.
It would be a civil infraction instead of a misdemeanor. So yes, the misdemeanor would be dismissed. And it's no points on your driving license.
Sure.
Okay.
So you wish to accept the prosecutor's offer of the amended charge of impeding traffic?
So I have a question. Do I get to talk to my lawyer before all this happens? Before I just get to telling people like, hey, this is what I want to do and this is what I do? Or do he just throw stuff at me and I'll be like, okay, I don't get time to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what my options are. Like, should I?
That is a perfect question. And yes, absolutely. Don't just go and make a plea deal when you don't really know what's going on just because it sounds good. Because, you know, Miss Kalina Anderson said so, but she hasn't even talked to her. So I understand. I don't know why she comes off like she's yelling though, right? Right?
Ms. Harris,
Should I not?
if you want time to talk, we
You
can
understand what
adjourn
I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah, if we can adjourn it and you can call our office so we can talk about the offer before your next pretrial date. But because we're on the docket, I can't go in a breakout with you right now.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, let's ask for
Well,
an
that's fine,
adjournment.
but can
We'll
you-
get some
can
more
we, like,
time and you call us.
No objection to that.
Okay, great.
And it just, will the offer remain, Mr. Barnett?
Yes, oh, absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, then, yes. July 23rd.
Sounds great.
Okay, Ms. Harris, you have to make sure that you call us so we're not in the same position when you
And
come back,
can
okay?
you email me something? Can you email me and give me your information? Who I'm supposed to be talking to?
You
Am I
just-
talking to you?
Just call the public defender's office and they'll direct your call for you.
All right, thanks.
Okay, thank you. So these matters are being adjourned to, what did I say, July 23rd. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom, just like this.
All right, thank you. I apologize.
You don't have to apologize. I just need to know, we don't obviously have time to go and do it right now. So you have time to speak with the public defender's office and make your decision. Okay?
All right, thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Have a good rest of your day. You're free to sign out of Zoom.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I'm glad Magistrate Braley said it. Like, you don't need to apologize. Yeah, you really need to understand what you're doing when you take a plea deal. Totally get that. Just don't know why she came off like she was yelling. You know, like now she has to wait over 2 months to get this case resolved, and hopefully it's not holding up her license. So not saying that she did anything wrong. She should understand it, and you know the attorneys can work with her getting an earlier case. But you know, hopefully it gets resolved because she got a plea deal because well, I don't remember what it was. Something like she didn't have a license and she has a license now, so she got a reduction of her ticket is what the plea deal was. So she's going to end up taking it, but she didn't understand what she was doing. Which, yeah, you need to understand what you're doing. It's been raining here too, man. It's been raining here too. It's been raining all day. So yeah, you can have ours and I'll take yours, I guess. I don't know how we would swap that, but we definitely can. All right. Is this where we start? Is this where we start the civil one? We might have one more case or we'll go right into the civil. I think we'll go into civil.
Wing Tech.
All right, yeah. This is the kind of the main attraction of the show tonight. This civil, for any contractors out there, you're gonna be pulling your hair out at these two guys fighting. This is kind of funny. I've been watching Judge Norbeck, I think. And he gets some really good civil cases. He really does. All right, but this is a longer hearing. It's about 28 minutes, I think, and we've already been going for 54 minutes. Like how? I talk way too damn much, guys. I talk way too damn much. All right, let's go.
What's your name?
James Baltruzak.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen.
This is file 2400225 SC, small claims case. What small claims means is that you two are asking for this to be decided here in front of me, as opposed to you asking for a jury trial. It is also us trying to resolve this without asking or without involving any attorneys. So first things first, gentlemen, if you are able and ready to proceed here in front of me without attorneys, and you both want to do that, I'm going to swear you in. Mr. Chaponis, I can't see you, but I'd ask you to raise your right hand, the same way Mr. Beltruzak is going to raise his right hand.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm anything you testify to here would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
He suffers from what I call bigonitis, where you're bald on top and have a gorgeous looking beard. Love you, Biggin. Yeah, I'm gonna start calling that bigonitis. Like, you just have this gorgeous looking beard, but yeah, bald on top. You know, the Santa Claus look. And I'm changing that to bigonitis.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Balzutra. All right, sir, I don't know what's going on with your audio, but it is not up to snuff for us to have a hearing. So you need to address that. Okay, your audio is not working, sir. So if you're looking at your same, no, now you've muted yourself. There you go. Try talking. All right, so sir.
Yes.
Yes, but it sounds like you're very far away. I'm going to need you to sit closer to your microphone.
Okay, yes, I'm closer.
All right. So I don't get too much information from this. This one is different because you are both suing each other. So I'm going to make some guesses here. Mr. Chaponis, you a general contractor?
Yes.
All right. And essentially, Mr. Baltruzak, you're a subcontractor?
Yes, I am.
All right. So as a subcontractor, you started this lawsuit because you said, I did some work for the general. I got paid some amount of money, but I am owed more. And that is what you're suing for, right?
Dude is probably my neighbor. Let's be fair. He's probably my neighbor.
Okay, I need you to turn your volume up or something. I don't know what's going on with your system there, but I can barely hear you. All right, so.
It does get better. They fixed the connection. Otherwise, I wouldn't have this 30-minute long civil hearing about a subcontractor yelling at a general contractor and the general contractor yelling at the subcontractor. It gets better, I promise.
$4,290. That's the balance that you consider to be owed to you, right? What?
Yes, that's what I'm suing for.
Okay, this is not going to work. So, do you have your Zoom instruction sheet in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Do you see how it gives you an option to just call in on the telephone rather than Zooming with video? Down at the way at the bottom.
Soap 42 horse. That's my Wi-Fi password. Go to town if you can find me.
646-162. Yes. Phone call.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and remove you from this hearing. Call us back on the phone, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Chaponis, I'm going to pop you over to the waiting room so we're not having an ex parte communication.
That's not exactly what's going on here, but kind of. And I'm sorry that happened to you, Aaron, but yeah, it's kind of close to what's going on here. Oh, I just made that password up. Yeah, no, that is not my password. I'm but yeah, my Wi-Fi is worse than Pizza Hut's, but this isn't on me. And I'm not on Wi-Fi right now. I'm actually directly
All
connected
right,
to
let's
my
see if
modem
that's better, sir. You want to?
like a professional.
Yes, that's better.
All right. So, 4,290 is what's owed to you. What were you paid out already?
I was paid out 1,000.
All right. And what is the nature of the work that you were doing?
Finished carpenter, trim carpentry, putting in the interior doors, cabinets.
Well, Lucy, if you want one, I can get you one. I can get you a Zoom instruction sheet. They're not easy to find. Just go to any court you want, and they'll have instructions on how to go to Zoom. Or I can get you one. I'll just send it to you.
All right. So you were contracted to do a job that was going to be a total payout 5,290. Was that number agreed upon, or are you saying that's an hourly?
That was for 2 jobs that I did. There was one in Saranac that I did 2 by the hour. And
okay,
with
you cannot sue for that here in Allegan County if you did the work there. So tell me the numbers we're talking about just for here.
Just for there would be 4,290.
Okay, that is what you sued for here. All right.
Yes.
So was the total job here in Allegan going to be 5,290?
No, it'll be 4,290 in Allegan. I'm going to have to go somewhere for Saranac.
All right. So listen to me, because you said you were already paid $1,000.
Yes.
And that you were owed 4,290. So your total job here in Allegan was 5,290.
Yeah, no, it was 4,290. Minus the 1,000 would be 3,290. I thought I had that.
All right. So that 4,290, was that number what is agreed upon for the work, or are you saying that's what it came to because you did X amount of hours at a certain rate?
That is the amount of work.
All right, Mr. Baltuzet, I'm just going to ask you simple questions. So when Mr. Chapana said, hey, I need all this carpentry work, did you say, oh, okay, I'll do all that carpentry work and the total will be 4,290? Or did you say, I'll do all that carpentry work for X amount an hour, and then you totaled it up because it took you, 42 hours and this is the number you come at? Which one of those 2 scenarios is how you guys discussed how you were going to get paid?
I got paid by the square foot and additional shelving and additional items that he wanted done. So it was not by the hour. It was by square footage.
All right. Did you guys make a contract?
$2 a square foot is what we decided to do.
All right, and you did
1,800 square foot, and then I did double doors that were $150 a piece. That all the extra work added up to 600. Then I added on the days I took off to file for court.
Okay, you can't do that. So you can only sue for money out of pocket. So we can't get into what you would have got paid. All that is general civil. And to sue for that kind of stuff, you need to hire an attorney, which eats into, what you're asking for. So what I have here is 3,600 that you should have been paid, plus 600 in extra work you did at doors. So would I have that as 4,200?
Yes, 90 was for my day off and going to file for paperwork.
All right, so you can ask for that as something else. That's called costs. You paid $138.15 in costs. That would
Yeah, there's a thing called unmute. I always forget to hit it. Yeah, I was like, where did you message me? I started going to Discord. Okay, you texted me. Spade. I'm still getting used to calling you Spade. Called in the case of the kitchen with the gavel. I don't know what that means. But thanks for the super chat. I'm honestly confused of what that means. But Pete, I'm checking your text message now.
Be separate, all right? So we don't want to mix and match. Now, of that 4,200,
Okay.
are you saying you got paid 1,000 of that up front?
I did get 1,000 up front. Well, not
All
up
right.
front, but I did get 1,000 within the job.
All right. So really, just narrowing things down here, you're suing for $3,200 in damages. Does that sound right?
Yes.
All right. And then, Mr. Trepanis, you're saying, well, not only do I not owe him that money, but he actually owes me quite a bit of money because he never finished the job. I want to give you a chance to articulate what you are countersuing for. First of all, do you believe you owe him $3,200 more for the work that he did?
No.
And why not?
For one, the job was not finished. We got kicked off that job. There was multiple times he said he was going there to do it, to finish it. It didn't happen. He kept going up north and doing something else. And finally, the homeowner got upset and changed the lot.
I have played Clue before. Colin in the courtroom with the Skizrock. That's the answer. You'll win every time when you play with me. Colin in the courtroom with the Skizrock.
Knocks on the door, and we lost that job, and I lost the finish on that home. If he had a lot of it done, but he did not hang cabinets. There was no cabinets there to hang. He did not finish the trim or the treads, the stairwell. There was things that weren't done.
Let me ask you this. Was there any other contractor or any other issue involved in why the homeowner said, I'm sorry, this is just too much delay. I'm going to go with somebody else?
There was a couple other subs that were doing the same thing, but that was the nail that put it through the coffin on that one. So.
All right. And then you're suing for what?
First off, I asked him to supply me a copy of liability insurance so I could do my audit. He did not supply me that. I asked for that, and so that cost me another $700. Plus, I did not get paid for any of the material there or anything because we lost that job. So I lost all that money that had to be paid out. So it actually cost me more than that, but I can't go over $7,000 in small claims. So, and I don't want to hire an attorney.
All right. And so here's the problem. How much money would you have owed him for the work that he actually got finished?
Going by other pricing of other work that he has done for me, I would assume somewhere in the neighborhood of about $2,500. So that would make a total paid out of that job $3,500 because he did not hang the cabinets, did not finish the stair treads. There was some items that weren't finished in there. I thought that would be a fair amount.
So there's $2,500 worth of actual work.
All right. I missed. Peeps just let me know that Judge Slavin was here, and I completely missed it. Judge Slavin, are you still here? If you are, thanks for coming to hang out. I did not see your name pop up. I apologize. I really do. I am so sorry. But it's good to see you, and thank you for hanging out with us.
That did get done by him that he is not compensated for at this moment in time. You agree with that?
I agree with that, yes.
Okay. So then let's move over to what now you're out a certain amount of money because of the actions of Mr. Baltruzak.
Yeah, I mean, really, if they would have just went there and did the job and finished it, I could have just finished the job and been done.
Well, let me before we get into your countersuit, let me just stop right there. Mr. Baltruzak, what Mr. Trepanis is saying is you didn't actually finish the work that you guys agreed on was going to be done there.
Okay. I don't think Judge Slavin was here. I think I just figured out what happened. When I had a bad edit and Judge Slavin came in on the video and I said, hey, there's Judge Slavin. Welcome to Colin Stream. And I was talking about the edit because I had his court running in the background. I think that's the mistake. I don't think Judge Slavin was ever here. Peeps, am I right on that? Did you maybe hear that? And yeah, she didn't text me to tell me Judge Slavin was here, by the way. She texted me something else and mentioned that, in passing. So I think there was a little miscommunication there. Because I don't think his name popped up. I don't think it did. But if it did, Judge Slavin, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I think there was a little miscommunication because of my bad editing.
That you just got most of it done.
That is true,
Okay.
sir, but I did not
why would
receive
you
all the
sue?
material.
Why would you sue for money that's not owed to you for work you didn't actually do?
Well, sir, there was material that I did not receive, and he lost the job because he started. Well, I was supposed to start
now
the
listen
trim,
to me.
and
Hey, that's his countersuit.
Okay.
That's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is,
Okay.
you said, hey, I did $4,200 worth of work, and now I'm hearing you didn't actually do $4,200 worth of work. You did most of the work, but you didn't get all the work done.
no, I did add up just the amount of work that I did do. I didn't add up any extra for no treasurizers, no cabinetry. I didn't put that in the order either because I did not
All
do
right.
no cabinet.
Were there days you were supposed to be on site for this job and you didn't show up?
Well, sir, I was there, but I was maybe one day I didn't, but I waited from January 15th for the trim all the way to August 27th or October 30th. So he took, 6 months to get the material there. So the issue while the
All right,
homeowners
no, we can just pause
dismissed them,
right there because I find that to be an inordinate amount of time. So essentially, you can't do your contractor. In other words, you weren't in charge of supplies or material. He was going to provide material.
No.
You're just providing labor.
Exact. Yes, sir.
All right. So, Mr. Chapanis, what he's saying is there's a long period of time here where there was not the materials for him to do the work. What would you say to that?
It didn't take 6 months to get material there. It took a few weeks.
I do
maybe
have
30
pictures.
days, maybe a month. And
I have pictures of messages from him.
All right, but here's my problem, Mr. Chapanis. If I'm a homeowner and you're telling me even a month delay because you didn't get materials, I'm upset at that.
Sometimes it takes
Homeowners wait 3 years for him to build a house. 3 years.
sometimes it takes at least 30 days to order special order doors and interior stuff.
All right. But here's the problem. You had multiple issues with contractors there. So you can't sue Mr. Baltruzak for your loss on the contract if he's only part of the problem.
Okay, well there was.
So
he was
here's
part
my
of the
question, my
problem.
direct question to you. Even by your own admission, he did $2,500 of work that he didn't get paid for. And you're saying, I don't think I should have to pay for him for that. That's what I need you to articulate is why wouldn't you owe him for money for work he actually did do?
Because he failed to provide certificate of liability insurance that's required. That was an upcharge to us for our insurance company at $700. And then on top of that, not counting all the material and stuff that I lost and couldn't get reimbursed for and paid for because of lack of getting it done.
Okay, now listen to me. Those sentences make no sense to me. So in other words, you were going to secure material at your expense and then the homeowner owes you back for that, correct?
It's a loan from the bank. Yep.
All right. And so how is that Mr. Baltruzak's fault?
Because there was material there to do the work, to do the job. He did not show up to do it. And the homeowner did get upset, changed the locks on the door. There was material laying in the house to do the job and finish it. And it did not get done. And I lost all that money with material.
How did you lose that money with material? The material is purchased and sitting there.
Yeah, I purchased it. Yep.
Sure. So the homeowner would either have to let you get that because it's yours, or you should be suing them for changing the locks when you have materials inside that you don't have access to.
Mm-hmm. Well,
right?
What I'm getting, that's right. But what I'm getting at, if it would have just got completed, we wouldn't be here. So
I suspect if I dig down on this, there are many problems going on with your job at this house besides Mr. Baltruzak. I kind of get that feeling. You're going to tell me Mr. Baltruzak not showing up that one day is the only reason this homeowner's mad at you? And
it was not
locks
one
on
day.
you?
It was not one day.
Okay. So, but you said there's other subs doing that same, playing those same games with you.
Yeah, we had an issue with the drywaller and stuff too. Yep, taking too long to complete it. Yep.
Okay. Now, this $700 upcharge for your insurance.
Yeah.
You ended up paying it even though you didn't complete this job?
I get an insurance audit every year. I have to supply certificates of liability insurance to our insurance company for all the checks that I write during the year to subcontractors. So he failed to provide me a copy of liability. I did ask him for that. He refused to give it to me. So I had to pay on our audit.
Let me ask you this. When you say he refused to give it to you, at that point in time, were you already guys in a dispute about whether or not you were going to be paying him money?
Yes.
All right. So that's his only leverage to get paid from you, right?
Well, we really don't. We're not supposed to write a check until we get a certificate of liability for the year, an updated one. That is from my insurance company.
If you told me, oh, by the way, I'm not paying you for the work you're done, and please give me that certificate, I think I would tell you what you could do with your certificate until you give me my money.
There was no conversation about not paying him at that time. He used that as leverage to not give it to me. So, yep.
I use that leverage to get paid, hopefully get paid from you. I was trying to be really nice and civil about it for a year. And I told you plenty of times to call the lumber company.
Here's my question, because we're talking about a year, and and I didn't get my timelines in the beginning. So, Mr. Baltruzak, what is the period of time where you actually did this work?
Well, I started going to get the trim taped off, which is how many doors and material I need on January 15th. And I was still waiting on material till October 30th.
All right. And when did you get asked to provide this certificate?
I got asked to provide that certificate 2 months ago, right before I filed.
Crazy Cat, you nailed it. He really is. This is Biggins' northern cousin. It really is. We made the joke right when it started too. At least I made the joke. What did I call it? What did I call it? I made up a fake condition. Bigginism? No, that wasn't it. I don't remember what it was. Where you have a gorgeous looking beard, but you're bald. Yeah. Anyways, let's go.
So, I gave him a chance. I was giving him chances. And
do you mean in January of 2024?
Yes, that's when I first supposed to get the material. Yes.
And Mr. Chapanis, when did you ask him for the certificate?
It was this winter when I had my insurance audit. He's given me a certificate before because he's done other jobs for me, and he knows that he has to have a certificate every year.
But here's the problem.
Well,
Mr. Baltruzak, when did you start asking for money that you thought was owed to you and you weren't getting it paid?
I was asking for it in August. In August is when I was asking for it.
See, here's the problem, Mr. Chapanis, is you can't have a guy you're saying, well, I don't think I owe you that money, and then 5 months later say, oh, will you give me that certificate? And they don't give it to you. And then you say, oh, well, that cost me $700.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we don't know. You know, if I had Judge Norbeck on panel with me right now, he might be the jolliest person ever. So we don't know. And we don't know how big it is on the job. You know, he's in some form of construction, right? I know he said that he oversees some people, so maybe he's not so jolly to the people that he oversees. I'm just saying. You can't judge someone while they're on their work or how jolly they could possibly be. I'm just saying, especially when they're a judge.
I mean, that's the kind of things that come up because you're getting sued. So now you're preparing your countersuit. That's not really what I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is the meat and potatoes of the problem between the two of you. The problem between the two of you is he's working and not getting paid. When did you lose the job?
Again, like I said, his dates are off. He didn't start there until it was like the middle or end of October, and the end of his time there was December.
All right, so you're saying he
there.
really worked from October to December. And so when he says he started asking to get paid in August, that's just not true.
Right. That was way before, like August. That would have been in the summertime. That wasn't, it was like this winter.
When did you get contracted by the homeowner to do the finish work in this house?
When did I?
Yes.
It's part of the whole, we build the whole house.
All right. When did that start?
That started about a year and a half prior to that December.
So you're telling me I'm a homeowner and my contractor has taken a year and a half to build this house and the carpentry's still not finished?
Yeah, the finished carpentry.
Oh yeah, I'd have sued you too. That's ridiculous. Did you have a contract with the homeowner?
We do with that and the bank, yeah.
All right. And
I mean, what is the point of going forward? The judge just said on the record, yeah, I would have sued you too. How do you even go forward now? I would just stop talking. Yeah, I mean, you've lost. You have lost at this point. It's a real big house. Right now, no. The house is so big. I would have sued you too. All right, let's keep going. This one's almost over. It's almost finished, I promise.
so the bank releases money as particular timelines are met, right?
As
How
work
long
is
was the build
completed.
supposed to take?
It's usually
Sir, I built
stated
a
at
house.
least.
I built a house from scratch with a contractor and was done in 3 months.
We
So
usually
your
had a year on
contract
ours
with this
minimum.
homeowner, how long was it supposed to take from breaking ground to punch out list?
The minimum was a year as a wait.
I don't know. Maybe these are changing times. That seems to you the normal turnaround on a house build, 1 year.
That usually is on some of these, yep.
Oh, see, this is what you don't do. The judge just said, I would have sued you too. And then he said, the judge asked him, is a year normal turnaround? And the guy just laughed at him. He just laughed at him. Did you catch that? Yeah, I mean, it is on some of them. You're not when you're open up your pocketbook, buddy. You just lost this lawsuit. Really? Just look at the judge's face right now. That was a serious question, and he got a laughter as a response.
We're not a big company, and people know that. Yep.
Yeah, my house was built by a general contractor who was one guy. It's his own outfit. All he did was hire subs. And you're telling me that contract that you had spelled out with the homeowner was, we will break ground on this date, and we might get done, but we don't look to get done till 1 year from then.
That's stated when my realtor sells these houses. That's what's stated in there. Yes.
All right. So now you're sort of way past that, right? And the house still
we were
isn't
past
finished.
that. Yep. The house was
And you're telling
90%.
me
Yeah, Mike, I would assume that a year would probably be the average. If I was building a house from scratch, I had all, I bought the plot of land and I hired someone to do all the work, I would think it would take about a year. In my head, that's what I would think. So anything faster with that would be amazing. But I don't know. I don't know anything about construction. I know how to fix small things and that's about it. But I would think a year would be acceptable to start from scratch. And Judge is saying it takes 3 months. I think 3 months is fast. I really think 3 months is fast. He probably had really good people. So yeah, I'm just saying 3 months seems fast to me. And I'm not talking about the huge developments that do all the houses the exact same, and so they order all the parts that are the exact same. I'm not talking about those houses. I'm talking about building from scratch with a general contractor, like you just said. All right, let's keep going.
You're telling me that's this contractor's fault because he didn't finish the trim. What else wasn't finished?
We had some exterior concrete and the flooring to put in.
So, okay. Okay. So when did you break ground?
I don't have the specific date on that.
Oh, you can just give me a ballpark.
It was approximately like a year and a half prior to losing that job.
Okay. All right. So 18 months later and there was no flooring in?
Correct.
All right. I don't know what happened with you guys, but at some point in time, you have to sort of make a decision. I don't find it to be that it's Mr. Baltruzak's fault that you lost this contract with the homeowner. Sounds to me like there was lots of problems. And then as far as this, essentially what happens is you can turn around and sue somebody when you say, oh, well, that work wasn't up to snuff or, wasn't done right. But what you can't do is sort of not pay a guy for work that's already done. And I am
Spade. I miss Peep saying that she's getting a haircut tomorrow. Well, I actually saw that in Biggin's chat. I didn't see it in this chat. So yeah, I did miss it in my chat. But I did see her talking about it in Biggin's chat. And I believe I commented on it. I may not have. I don't know. But I remember reading it. So, but thank you, Spade, for the super chat. Congratulations. Why? No, that's not the right word. I hope it ends up even more glorious than your hair already looks, because your hair is already perfect. Okay, thank you so much, Spade.
Understand essentially general contractors. A lot of times it's robbing Peter to pay Paul. You're juggling different jobs because different bills become due and different money comes in at different times. But essentially, I am going to find here in damages in the amount of $3,200 owed to plaintiff from defendant. Above and beyond that, the only thing else you get is that, like I said, I talked about it before, that $138.15 that Mr. Baltruzak spent out of pocket to get here today. He's also able to add that onto damages. So the total will be $3,338.15. Gentlemen, this is the part I need you to pay attention to. This is my decision today, but both of you, either of you has a right to say, I don't agree with it.
All right, we're going to let this play out. We've been going on for an hour and a half. It's about 30 minutes longer than I like to go on. I paused way too damn much tonight. Comments section's going to let me know, the peanut gallery. Anyways, you guys all have a great night. Let's go hang out on Discord for a little bit. I will be there tonight. So yeah, let's go hang out. Thank you all for your super chats. I don't think there are any gifted memberships tonight. I think it was all super chats and membership milestones. I'm double checking. Yep. Thank you all for the membership milestones. You are awesome. Thank you all for the super chats. You're awesome. All right. I've got my, you know what? I do want to say this for everyone who's a member of the Discord. I have the final version of my trip video posted on Discord, trying to figure out a better title. And I posted on Discord this afternoon, probably 1 or 2 o'clock. Only 4 people have watched it. Thank you to those 4 people, but I'm trying to figure out a better title for it. So if you're on Discord, go to my, I think it's called Colin's Content. You'll see it. It's unlisted, so you can't find it on my channel, but you can find it if you have the link. So go watch. You don't have to watch it, but I'm looking for a new title. You don't have to watch it. I publish it, but I'm looking for a better title. So the 4 people that actually did click on it and watch it, thank you so much. But I'm looking for a good title. So if anybody can think of a better title than what I have. And my title is garbage. So any suggestions would be appreciated. Anyways, I'm going to put that out tomorrow. If I don't get any suggestions, I'm just going to put it out as is, the second court crawl video. But look forward to that tomorrow. And let's go hang out on Discord for a little bit. Until next time. Bye.
What just happened in there? I want to take this to general civil.
You did that on purpose, Serena. You did that on purpose. And Serena, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Look who just stopped by. Judge Slavin. We Beetlejuiced him. Or as I like to say, we beat-juiced him. Sorry I'm late, but I just got home. I just got done making grilled cheese with avocado, mayo, and butter. Whoa. Hold on. Sorry I'm late, but I just got done making grilled cheese with avocado, mayo, and butter hybrid. I don't know, Judge Slavin. I'm sure it was delicious, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure on that one. But Judge Slavin, it's good to see you. You came in right at the end. I know we Beetlejuiced you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. There's only about a minute left of this video, but yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. All right, let's go hang out on Discord. Let's discuss some things. We might need to discuss, Judge Slavin's grilled cheese decisions. But yeah, you guys are all awesome, and I will see you all tomorrow.
All right, in front of the district court judges. But to do that, you must do two things. One is you must ask for that within 7 days of today's date. That window of opportunity for you to appeal this finding closes. And secondly, you must do that in writing. So you must come into courthouse and ask for that. Mr. Baltruzek, perhaps because you thought you should have been ordered more money. Mr. Trapone.
The mute button. Why is the mute button so hard to find sometimes? I swear I click it. It just doesn't always work. Legal Fiction, thank you so much for the 4 months. I know you waited specifically until I was ending the stream tonight. I know you. You looked right at the start of the stream. Like, what can I do to stop him from ending the stream? And that was it. But thank you so much, Legal Fiction. I appreciate it. And that's awesome. Member for 4 months. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep going.
Just because you feel like you were ordered too much money. But do you both understand your rights on appeal?
All right, I don't think I'm going to catch up with chat. Now that Judge Slavin showed up, the chat just blew up. So I'm catching up with chat now. Peeps also a member for 4 months. Thank you so much, Peeps. I appreciate it. Peeps, you are so awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and say it again. Congratulations on your haircut tomorrow. Not the right word to use, but it's the word I accidentally used. So we're just going to roll with it. Congratulations. Just kidding. You're going to look great tomorrow. They're going to knock it out of the park. Your hair already looks great. What are they going to do? Just trim the edges a little bit? You got this. Or they got this, I should say. You got this. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to sit there. All right. I'm rambling. Let's go.
Yes.
I do. I just have one question, I guess.
And that question is?
What? So you're awarding him $3,500 on top of the $1,000 that was already paid?
Too late. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for the super chat. All right. Let's go.
No, sir. That's not what I said at all. And you'll see in the order the numbers that I just said.
So what
I did not. Because he was suing you for money he cannot recover. I ordered him $3,200 in damages, sir. And $138.15 in costs. But if you both understand your right to appeal, we are all set for what we need to do here today. Gentlemen, you will receive copies of this order in the mail.
Never tell me to thank you later because I'll always forget. Vic, thank you so much. I think that was the intention, but thank you so much. Now, this video is literally going to finish right when I hit play. Let's go hang out on Discord and discuss what Judge Slavin just decided to do with a grilled cheese sandwich. All right, let's go.
Suggest if you're appealing this ruling, you do not wait for that in the mail because you only have 7 days to appeal. I'm going to go ahead and release parties. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.